Welcome to Jeremy's IT Lab. This is a complete course for the CCNP ENCOR, Enterprise Core exam. In this lab, we will use Traceroute on R1 to troubleshoot some issues. First, let's quickly review the IP addressing scheme. All segments are 192.168.xx.0/24, where XX is the router numbers. For example, the segment between R1 and R2 is 192.168.12.0/24. And each router's IP addresses are .x, where x is the router number. Also, R9 has three loopback interfaces, 1.1.1.1, 2.2.2.2, and 3.3.3.3, that we will send traceroutes to from R1. The lab instructions are fairly simple. To reach 1.1.1.1, R1 will send packets via the R2 path. To reach 2.2.2.2, it will use the R7 path. And to reach 3.3.3.3, it will use the R3 path. So we have to use Traceroute to each of those destinations and fix any issues preventing R1 from receiving 3 replies from R9. Let's get started with step 1. From the CLI of R1, I'll do a traceroute to 1.1.1.1, and I'll stop it from trying to resolve the IP addresses to host names to speed things up. Enable Traceroute 1.1.1.1 numeric. Okay, so we quickly get responses from R2, 192.168.12.2, R4 at 24.4, and R6 at 46.6, but no response from R9. I'll stop this traceroute. In CML, you can use Ctrl+6 to stop the command. If you're watching this video, hopefully you've tried the lab yourself and troubleshooted the issues. So I'll just point out the issues in this video. I'll open the CLI of R9. Enable. Now let's find the problem. Show IP interface G00. So the problem is in this output. If you're just watching the video, pause the video to find it. It's this line here. ICMP unreachables are never sent. When a Cisco iOS device sends a traceroute, it should get ICMP unreachable messages from the final destination. Specifically, code 3, port unreachable. But R9 won't send them. Let's check the interface config. Show run interface G00. So, the command no IP unreachables has been configured on the interface. Let's remove that. Conf t, interface G00, IP unreachables, end. Okay, let's try that traceroute again from R1. Go back to the CLI of R1 and traceroute 1.1.1.1 numeric. Okay, so we get the same responses from R2, R4, and R6, and this time R9 also replies. Note that it replies from its 192.168.69.9 address, the physical interface. However, the lab instructions say we should receive 3 replies from R9, but we only got 2. That's because of the default rate limit on ICMP unreachables. Let's go back to R9. Let's see the current setting. Show run, pipe, include, rate. Okay, this doesn't show any output. Lots of default settings don't appear in the running config. However, if you use show run all, pipe, include, rate, now it will show lots of lines that were hidden before. In the third line down, we can see IP ICMP rate limit unreachable 500. So it will only send unreachables once every 500 milliseconds. Let's change that. Conf t, I'll set it to 1 millisecond. IP ICMP rate limit unreachable 1. Okay, now let's go back to R1 and try the traceroute again. Traceroute 1.1.1.1 numeric. Okay, perfect. 3 responses from R9. Now let's go straight to step 2, which is to do the same for 2.2.2.2. Traceroute 2.2.2.2 numeric. Okay, so we get responses from R7 at 192.168.17.7 and R8 at 78.8. But then we get some more from R8. The exclamation mark indicates an error, and the H indicates the type of error. This is a host unreachable message, which is Destination Unreachable Code 1. When a Cisco device sends one of these messages, it means the device doesn't have a route to the destination. Let's go on R8 to check. Enable Show IP Route. Here's R8's routing table, but there is no route to 2.2.2.2, so R8 can't reach the destination. Let's configure a route. conft IP route 2.2.2.2, 255.255.255.255, and the next hop is R6 at 192.168.68.6. Okay, let's return to the CLI of R1 and see if that fixed the issue. I'll do that traceroute again. Traceroute 2.2.2.2 numeric. Okay, it works this time. That's all for step 2. Finally, let's do step 3. Traceroute 3.3.3.3 numeric. Okay, we get responses from R3 at 192.168.13.3 and R5 at 35.5. Then, R5 sends us this error message. A means administratively denied, which means an ACL is blocking it. Let's go on R5 and investigate. Enable. Let's see if an ACL is configured. Show IP access lists. There it is. ACL 100 denies traffic from 192.168.13.1, R1, to 3.3.3.3. Let's see where it's applied. Show run pipe section interface. So the ACL is applied outbound on G01, the interface connected to R6. Let's remove that. conft interface G01 no IP access group 100 out. Okay, let's return to R1 and try that traceroute again. Traceroute 3.3.3.3 numeric. Okay, we get responses from R3 and R5 again, and this time from R6 too at 192.168.56.6. But no response from R9. I'll stop this traceroute now, and let's go check out the problem. It's actually a problem on R6 this time, so let's go to the CLI of R6. Enable, and it's another ACL this time. Show IP access lists. ACL 100 says deny ICMP any host 192.168.13.1. Let's see where it's applied. Show run pipe section interface. So ACL 100 is applied outbound on G01, which is the interface connected to R5. So traffic from R1 is able to reach R9, and R9 sends its host unreachable messages. But this ACL on R6 is filtering them. So let's remove this ACL from G01. conft interface G01 no IP access group 100 out. Finally, I'll return to R1 and try the traceroute again. Traceroute 3.3.3.3 numeric. Okay, R1 received 3 replies from R9. So, in this lab, we troubleshooted some basic problems with Traceroute. Traceroute is a useful tool for troubleshooting basic connectivity issues. As we saw in this lab, it might not always work. For example, some devices might not send ICMP unreachable messages, or they might get filtered by an ACL or a firewall. But in many situations, it's a helpful tool for troubleshooting. Okay, that's all for this lab. I hope it was helpful. Thanks for watching. Before finishing this video, let me thank my JCNP level channel members. To become a member, please click the Join button under the video. Thanks to Yonatan Makara, Velva Jacob, George Streeter, Funny Dart, Nasir Chowdhury, Devin Suku, Gustavo BR, Gerard Baker, Marcel Lord, Pavel M., Mr. Erlison, Dragos Hirnea, Zakib Shah, Meir Salman, Mason Anderson, Vitaus194, Gina Lindley, Mark Jackson, Bold1C1U, Michael Carroll, Gerald Guillaume, Gabriel Braga, Renan Marias, Hector Hernandez, Maratuba, Roji Kuriakos, Arpad Konives, 5 Feet, Owad Daniel Brown, Tricky Mickey 123456, Scott Thompson, Jose Alvarez, Kevin Hayes, Hussein Yavuz, Samuel Tavares, Mustafa Irsoy, Dear Diso, Nasser Zahar, Brian Grant, Alexandru Badic, Georgi Gemajev, Dibya Swain, Arlen Plagaria, Adelson Pereira, Farad69, Lucian Stoichitoyu, Madmark 50484, Sean Powell, Alexandru Stratan, Hiago Bicalho, Pradeep Halder, Piotr Kaimov, Abubakar Berry, DMJ2, Kurt Nell, and Preeti Dongave. Sorry if I pronounced your name incorrectly, but thank you so much for your support. Thanks to you and my other supporters, I am able to make these videos and release them for free on YouTube, so I really appreciate the support. Another great way to support the channel is to like the video, leave a comment, subscribe, and most importantly, share this video with others. So, if this video was helpful, I'd appreciate it if you did any of those. Thanks for watching.